What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Bulls face the Milwaukee Bucks today and salvage what was a terrible week for the Bulls in the end with a big victory. Now, no, this is not a Bulls Weekly video. That's going to have to come in a couple of days' time because today is a Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks game reaction. We versed the Bucks earlier on in the week and we got dismantled piece by piece, possession by possession. Defensive play by defensive play, point in the paint by point in the paint. Whatever you want to put it down to, we got destroyed in that game. But I guess today was a bit of an opposite story. So what went right for the Chicago Bulls? Or should I say, who returned for the Chicago Bulls? Let's discuss it in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, their game today, and your player of the game as we win this one 116 to 111. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we did once again face the Milwaukee Bucks with no Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I believe Damian Lillard played this one. I actually can't remember if he played the last one, but he had an outstanding game. And you know what? This was definitely a much more funner game, and I know I'm saying that because the Bulls did win, but I think in a collective unit, it was a more competitive and fun game to watch, I would say, for both teams. But with that being said, yes, we picked up the victory today, and there are many ways you could put it down to it, but for starters, you could say that the Chicago Bulls ended up, I guess, shooting more efficiently in this game. So, first and foremost, they shot 47.4% from the three-point line, which I believe... Actually, no, they shot 38.9% from the three-point line. Still better than the Milwaukee Bucks, but overall from the field goal percentage, they shot 47.4% from the field. The Bucks shot 40.2%. So again, efficiency matters in this type of game, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a big part of it. Obviously, you've got other things as well. For example, the Bulls really ran away with the assists there. We had 7 more assists than the Milwaukee Bucks, 33 to 26. That's a big key factor in it as well. We even won the rebounding battle, 52 to 43. So it's kind of those effort plays. It's kind of those minor details that you don't necessarily look at all in all to kind of dictate how the game was played. Those were the key areas in which we did win this game. So, yeah, we even won the points in the paint battle today. So, I'm quite happy with how the Chicago Bulls played, but we can take a look at team stats all we like. There was a guy that returned to the Chicago Bulls today that I personally think not only is the player of the game first and foremost, but was one of the biggest reasons in which we won this game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Australian himself, Josh Giddey, returned in this game against the Milwaukee Bucks, played 29 minutes in the game and got a triple-double, 23 points, a 10 assists, and thank you very much for the 15 rebounds as well. That is an unbelievable stat line. I'm pretty sure it's a fact that both Vucevic and Josh Giddey combined for half of our rebounds in this game. So, you know what? You got to give credit where it's due. That is definitely not a game I expected to see from Josh Giddey in a return, let alone against such a great team in the Milwaukee Bucks, and I really mean that. I know they're 16 and 14, and of course they didn't have Giannis in this one, but I can truly say I still think the Bucks are a decent team. In the end, I don't think they're a championship team, and I still think there's only one team in the East that's going to go all the way in terms of the NBA Finals, and that's the Boston Celtics. I don't think anyone's going to get close to them at this point in time. But with that being said, Milwaukee is still a good team, and you got to give respect where it's due there. Even without Giannis, they put up a great fight, and we still walked away with a win, and it's something to be impressed by. So, I want to give a massive shout out to Josh Giddey, because, look, you could tell there was a little bit of frustration when he got hurt, when he went down. You could tell that there's probably a lot of nerves coming into a game like this, a rivalry game for the Bulls at least, and a game where I don't think anyone expected this from Josh Giddey. And to kind of deliver in that way, not only was it just a beautiful offensive game with his facilitating and his points, of course, those are two very big things. I loved his effort in this game. His effort to me was the standout. Fighting for every rebound is a standout thing. And you know what? There is a lot of people that question Josh Giddey's effort. I have to be honest. I mean, if you look at the defensive end for the Chicago Bulls, where we're still one of the worst defensive teams in the league, a lot of people turn to Josh Giddey and say, where's the effort on the defensive end? Well, look, it's just one game, so I'm not going to sit here and say he works hard every single possession all the time defensively. But today, man, did he put up a fight. And that fight was so desperately needed. We needed a little bit of fight in this team. We've been getting our ass handed to us for the last 2 games. And probably even games before that as well. So to kind of have a little bit of that fight back ability that Josh Giddey brought into this one. There's one thing I do know about Australians. They do like to fight, man. They do like that effort. They do like, I guess, that never say die attitude. At least most of them do. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy with how things kind of went for the Chicago Bulls in this time out. But this isn't just the Josh Giddey show. I mean, Nikola Vucevic had a double-double, 23 points and 13 rebounds, along with 5 assists for the big man. An outstanding performance overall against an opponent in Brook Lopez that he doesn't normally have great games against. So I can't complain. And all of a sudden, Zach LaVine didn't necessarily need to steal the show today. He had 15 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. So a very, very well-rounded effort for Zach LaVine in of its own right. Kobe White, 22 points and 4 assists. We need to see more Kobe White scoring efforts. I think it's as simple as that. There's too many frustrating, inconsistent moments right now with Kobe White. Hopefully, with more time on his hands, he can rectify the situation, because it is getting quite frustrating sometimes seeing him play. Then you got guys like Patrick Williams, 9 points. Again, he kind of averages 9 points most of his career, so he's kind of getting his average there. But altogether, I would say another okay game for Patrick Williams. Very much, I've enjoyed how sneaky decent he has been for the Bulls over the last couple of weeks. But still, we need to see more there. Lonzo Ball, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Loved his energy in this game today. Guys like Torrey Craig had 6 points, and Bazelas had 2 points. Dalen Terry had 2 points. Javon Carter had 5 points. So the bench, all in all, wasn't necessarily amazing in this game for the Bulls, but thankfully, it wasn't necessarily a bench that we needed all in all today altogether. I mean, every point counted for sure. We only won by 5 points, but we didn't necessarily need the bench to go crazy in this one, because our starters kind of took control. You know what? I'm happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. So, fair play, man. The Bulls did a great job. It was a terrible week. We're going to have to talk about it in Bulls Weekly. We might have to mention the Charlotte game, because we've got a back-to-back to look forward to. So, you know, that Charlotte game, even though it's technically, for me at least, not part of this week, it's still going to be part of Bulls Weekly in the episode. All in all, it's not been a great week. It's been a disaster in more ways than one. But what a way to salvage it. A big win against a big team, and we looked good doing it. It was fun. It was a fun game to watch, and I enjoyed every bit of it. So, with that being said, I think it's very clear where my player of the game is going. It's going to the Australian. It's going to Josh Giddey. Yes, you could call me biased if you like, but I think the stats speak for itself. And you could tell how good of a team we kind of looked with him in there. All of a sudden, our offense started to pick up again. I do love how, when you get a couple of good point guards in there, and I'm not talking about just Josh Giddey, I'm even talking about Lonzo Ball off the bench, when the responsibility kind of goes to 2 guys, at least for the most part, that has high IQ and kind of knows what they're doing in that position from a playmaking standpoint, this team kind of transitions into a completely different team. And not only that, when you see, for example, Vucevic with 5 assists, Zach LaVine with 7 assists, Kobe White with 4 assists, that starts, in my opinion, with guys like Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball, because when they get the show rolling with the offensive movement and getting everybody involved, everybody else is starting to do it as well. It's almost like the energy is contagious, ball movement is contagious as well. So Josh Giddey's my player of the game, because I think he set the foundation for that today, and 36 assists is a magnificent result. That led to the victory. What do you guys think? Thank you for watching. I will see you in the game reaction tomorrow against the Hornets. It's a bit of a different hat today. I lost the other one. That's my go-to hat. I love that hat. I got to go find that hat now. So see you next time. Take care and peace.